Hey everybody, welcome back to The Hunt. I'm Trish, and I am excited to bring to you our next guest. He has been a longtime sports analyst. He is the newest host of the Big Biz Show. So we're excited to bring him on, Mike Costa. Hey Mike.
Trish, how are you?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Living the dream, as they say, and it's also the weekend, so life is good. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Happy Friday. Thanks for being here with us. We appreciate your time. So congratulations on your new gig as co-host of Big Biz.
Yeah, Sully obviously had a weak moment. It's a pity. So,
He has many weak moments.
Yeah, I'm very lucky to have made his acquaintance and built a friendship with him that goes back almost 20 years now because of our time in radio together. And he threw me a bone at a point in my life where I was panicking and felt a little stuck. And I'm a firm believer in the Lord doesn't slam a door without opening a window. And I'm kind of living proof of that happening.
That's amazing. That's such a good lesson in there for everybody. You know, you don't burn bridges, right? Because you never know, how the twists and turns that life takes you on. But yeah, so let's dive into that a little bit. Mike, I think what we're talking about today is so much about just perseverance and fortitude and the ability to really change when life, throws you a curveball. No pun intended there.
Yeah.
So tell us. So what's your background? So you were a sports analyst for a long time, and then what happened? How'd you find your way here?
I've been involved mostly in radio, either the FM side of things or sports talk radio for the last 20, almost 25 plus years. And native San Diegan, grew up here in town and went to school back east, did some radio up in Santa Barbara, but the bulk of my professional career has been in San Diego. And 2020 came along with COVID, and I suddenly found myself without a job. And radio,
like so many people. I mean, it's been a tough couple of years.
I wasn't a special case, and there was no crying in my soup because everybody across the world was experiencing some sort of a negative aspect of COVID. But here I'd been in this nice little cocoon, and I'd done quite well. I'd worked hard at it, and suddenly I was on the outside looking in, and it happened a couple times before that, because radio and television are volatile industries.
Sure.
But it was one of those situations where it was time to look in the mirror and time to ask myself, do I want to continue to put my family through this every couple of years, having someone come to me and say, well, sorry, you're gone, and then have to go back to them and say, listen, I lost my job again because of this reason or that reason. And so it was really scary. I'm a guy in my mid 50s, and having to pivot, especially to something new, can be really, really difficult. But I was also given that awesome opportunity to go do something different, reinvent myself a little bit, as my better half, my wife Megan, pointed out so aptly when I was sitting there.
Smart lady.
Feeling sorry for myself. So part of it is being here talking with you today and being involved with Sully and everybody with the Big Biz Show. So it turned out the way it was supposed to turn out.
Yeah, things usually do. I think, when I listen to your story, I find it so impactful because you can whine and cry in your soup, but it's the people like you that actually say, okay, I did enough crying, now I got to pivot and do something differently. It's also a great lesson for your family and as a leader of your family as well. And being in sports, I'm sure you have some grit deep down. Did you play sports yourself?
I did. I was lucky enough to play football in high school and in college, and a lot of those lessons that you learn on the field you keep with you through life. And the proverbial, you get knocked down, you got to get back up, and no one's gonna, your mom's not there, your dad's not there to put a Band-Aid on it and kiss your forehead.
Nobody's coming to save you, right?
Yeah, no one's coming to save you. So it's what you got between the ears, and I realize most of mine is rocks, but there is some brain in there as well. And so
I'm sure there's a
that's
joke
what
in there somewhere.
that's what I have to draw upon.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, mindset, mentality, it's the first step to, making those improvements, right? So
Yep.
tell me, I'm going to kind of go out of my comfort zone here in a minute, but I was watching the draft yesterday for the NFL. I saw a bunch of tight ends on the first, couple of picks there. It was good. But, there's a situation, with owners right now that they have almost, so much invested in stadiums, but yet they can't get, or in their teams, I should say, but they can't get stadiums, right? So,
Right.
I mean, what are some lessons from sports just in terms of overcoming adversity and because there's an economic pull to that as well. Any insight into that real quick?
I think if you go through life and you continually tell yourself that you're the biggest, the baddest, the best, when somebody else comes along that is bigger and badder and better than you, boy, that pitfall is hard. And if you just kind of adopt that mindset that you've got to continue to work for what you really want in your life, and that there will always be somebody out there who is better than you, more talented, has been doing it longer, has been doing it at a higher level, it keeps you working hard and it keeps you striving to reach that top level. And I'll be honest with you, Trish, I hope I never reach the pinnacle or the top level in anything I am doing, because I am afraid that you get there, you start resting on your laurels, your butt gets a lot flatter and a lot flabbier, and you're sitting there going, boy, I've got it made. And then, fate comes along and pulls the rug out from under you. So just always assume that you're not as good as you think you are. And in my case, and I hope in a lot of people's cases, it keeps you working.
Absolutely. I think when you get to that top of the mountain, there's a whole nother mountain to go climb. So you got that 6 inches between your ears is really important to stay humble and gracious, as we roll through life here. So Mike, cannot thank you enough. Thanks for hanging in there with us today.
Absolutely.
Good luck to you. And congratulations again on your newest gig. You're a fighter, and a lot we can learn from you. So thank you so much.
Have me back anytime.
Fantastic.
Have me back anytime. I enjoyed it.
Sure thing. Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody. You are watching The Hunt. We'll be back in a minute. My purpose is to inspire action. My purpose is to help individuals, teams, organizations realize their potential. And, I do that in my most authentic way. I do that by sharing, the common sense, practical approach that has helped me succeed after experiencing some extreme personal hardships. And I think, when you've been somewhere, you know where to go, and you can help others get there faster without all the pain, without all the agony, without all the challenge. Not to say that it's not hard or simple, because change takes effort, but for me, I'm living my purpose when I see others succeed, and when I can help them get there.